I think we got it. Let's try that again. I don't know what happened. Sound sounded bad. It's sound. Might work now. All right. It's not. It's Bush League. Let's get the lights going, please, Susan. Send me the code again. I don't know. It sounded bad, so I stopped it. I'm not just going to keep going. That's the problem when you go live. If it's wrong, do it again. Let's get into it. It's the end of the year, top of the month. Time to show and prove. Do you got what it takes? Do you take what it's got? Yeah. There we go. Kasabian Lavoe. Kasabian Lavoe. Kasabian Lavoe. Kasabian Lavoe. Listen, we already knew that he gifted on a whole nother wave. We hit it concave, up for days, pseudo insomnia. I really don't sleep. Watching the internet like that could have been me. The sacrifices that were made, I do them shits like every day. I won't say that I'm rich till I see 20 M's. Thought I would have it by now. 31, only 3.5 milli right now. I need a milli right now. Take them down to that boogie down. Uptown or downtown. East side, LV like 2233 Eastwood Avenue where I show my ass in that brand new all black on black. It's Kasabian Lavoe 1. Well, when they say 1, you know it's Lavoe 1. What's going on, beautiful people? My name is Kasabian Lavoe 1. Mr. 1. I've been doing that for so long. Welcome back to the Kasabian Lavoe Show, episode 518. Thank you all for being here. Give yourselves a round of applause for making it. Again, the show that never ends. It is December. As I said last time that we were on, I want to make sure that we back at 3 times a week. I even asked ChatGPT to evaluate my show, and for some reason, ChatGPT said we supposed to do 3 times a week. So I'm back. And it was just right because yesterday was the first, so I figured why not start in December. It's my birthday month. Let's get into it. One thing I'm going to ask. There's a Rush Limbaugh print of him handing back his talent to God after he passes away. If y'all want to buy me that, that'd be dope as shit. I would love to have that here in the studio somewhere or just hung up in my home. So go check that out. It's a Rush Limbaugh painting or print that I want. And I want y'all to get that. Why can't I ask for shit? It's my birthday. It's a bad bitch birthday. You know what I'm saying? I'm just asking for some things. But anyway, let's get into these topics. My name is Kasabian. I am here with talent on loan from God. That comes from my mentor, Rush. I attach myself to people that are there for me when I go through dark and hard times. And although people may not understand, Rush Limbaugh means a lot to me for what he contributed in my life. I listened to talk radio while I wrote music. So my, I guess, dream job after doing music was this. Life couldn't have worked out any better. Super excited. Now it's just time to really monetize this and make money, right? Like, we can do it for free forever, but why? Let's make it a thing. But Rush Limbaugh definitely, it was a person that was there, and it was a voice that you can count on, as well as Dave Ramsey, another person. I was young, I had a bunch of money, but I felt broke all the time, couldn't figure out how to get out of my own way with money. And you know what? I can admit this now. I probably don't know how to make money. I'm not good at crowdfunding. I'm not good at borrowing. Like, I don't know how to get people to just pitch in and shit. So I'm trying to change my circle and find people that know how to crowdfund and how to take my ideas and make them bigger with their money. That's life, y'all. Once you can figure that out, everything else is pretty cake. Now, ChatGPT writes the intro. We do the show. My name is Kasabian. I'll be your host. We live from Las Vegas, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Mondays, Mental Health Wednesdays. So before we get into, it's the Rockstar. So before we get into today's show, I want to bring back Mental Health Mondays because it's the holidays and because I really appreciated doing that. I like doing temp checks. I like seeing how everybody's doing. So let's get into the show. ChatGPT writes the intro. We do the show. Let's go. Welcome back to the Kasabian Lavoe Show, where we bring you the real, the funny, and everything in between. Today, we've got a lineup that'll have you laughing, thinking, and maybe even packing your bags First, we'll dive into the wild story straight from Walmart. Now, imagine that you have to use the restroom so bad. It's a guy thing. I'm going to wait till the show starts. It's hard to explain, but all my fellow dudes know what a P-gasm is. This happened to me and I was a little embarrassed. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, but we'll get into it. But it sucked. It was just weird. It was awkward. Then we're tackling a new internet trend that I absolutely hate. Why does every video have to start with a poorly made fake version of somebody getting kicked out and getting screamed at? Like, it's every video now is like clickbaity. It's just real bad. In other news, is this really the end of Nissan? We'll break it down. Plus, Elton John's shocking health update. He lost his vision. What does this mean for the legend? And have you ever seen a blue stop sign? Me neither, but apparently they're a thing, and we'll talk about it. My son saw it, and he was like, Dad, they come in blue? We learned something new today. That's why I love doing this. We'll definitely talk about blue stop signs and what they mean and find out which country makes, we're also going to find out which country is actually paying you to move there. That's right. For everybody that said they wanted to leave, I'm here to help. You want to go? I found some places that'll actually give you money to help them populate. Sit back, relax. Let's jump into today's show. This is the Kasabian Lavoe Show, and we're just getting started. So, as I said, let's get into the music. We don't play the musics. He said, hey, brother, what type of musics is this? Huh? What type of musics? He said something about bussy and slapped the shit out the bar.
I do it on my lonely when you on top.
Is that light blown out behind my head? All right, y'all. Every video on TikTok either now starts off with like somebody getting yelled at or kicked out of an establishment, and then the video starts and it's like nice. It's weird. I don't like it. Then all the new videos that do the foresight and they show you what happens before it happens, and then they slowly get to it, but always cut back to show you what happens. That I like. The fake, oh, get the fuck out of my store. That shit is whack. Cut it out. It doesn't work. I block people for that. Get out of here. That's corny as shit. Now, I just wanted to get that off my chest. Have you, as a man, feel me? Pause. Don't feel me. Understand me. As a man, have you had a P-gasm in public lately? Now, let me tell you something. P-gasms happen every once in a while. I don't even know how to control them. I was at Walmart. I had to pee so bad. I run to the bathroom. First off, Walmart bathroom was kind of nice. Like, yeah, I don't use it. So when I walked in, I was like, oh, they got fancy lights and mirrors and shit wasn't broken. I don't know what I expected. I spent fucking millions of dollars at that Walmart. You figure it has a nice restroom. Whatever. Run into the restroom. There's nobody in there. I'm peeing like an adult. And then the shake shit happens. And as a man, you know you can't control it. Like, and you just be like, oh, shit. You start Harlem shaking. And then you finish pissing and get real cold. So it's a P-gasm. This is a real thing. I don't know how to control P-gasms. Now, as a kid, that's okay. Maybe your P-gasm made somebody else P-gasm. I don't know how that works. Pause. That's weird. This is weird. I felt weird. I'm old now. So peeing in public and going in the middle of my piss fucked me up. It just did. I'm sorry. I don't know what that meant, but I had a P-gasm at Walmart and it's very uncomfortable. Don't have P-gasms at Walmart. All right, let's get into the news. I'm saying it's real. That's a real thing. What song will be our bumper rotation song? I need to get like 2 more on here. Okay. Hey, I do it on my lonely. When you on top, it get lonely. Yeah. Nissan. What is going on with Nissan? For all my Nissan owners and as a car head, this is very upsetting. But there seems to be a lot of changes in the car game, and honestly, the overinflation in prices is definitely going to change a lot of things for futures to come. The used car market is so fucked. Anybody that purchased a car in the past 5 years is experiencing some terrible, terrible times. This is the first time. Do you understand? Like, it doesn't make sense to have $1,000 car note unless you have like a Bentley or AMG S-Class, Maybach, anything in that fashion. We have $1,000 car payments for Nissans. Fucking Nissans. And not the GTR. Not the only one that's worth a fucking $1,000 a month. No. Camrys and shit. This is the problem with the car market. People aren't making more than $50,000 a year. It's still, the average is still like $36K. You're telling me you're paying more than half of your money to a fucking car? What? The market is broken. These cars aren't worth that. For example, this is my best example. Tesla shouldn't sell nothing for over 50K. There's no car on the road today right now that's worth over 50K. And when I mean high luxury, we can discuss other pricing. Most cars on the road are worth 50K. And to be completely honest with you, a majority of the cars on the road shouldn't go past $25,000. Even after taxes, fees, and all the bullshit, probably 32K. They're not worth more than that. There's no fucking way. A car should not cost you $12,000 a year unless that shit comes with massagers, a fridge in the back, and a fucking driver. $1,000 a month and you still gotta drive yourself? For $1,000 a month, I could hire a driver. That's why it doesn't make sense. My insurance is as high as giraffe pussy. I am considering giving up my license and just being driven. What's the point? It's overpriced. Nissan. This is a company that made affordable cars. Why are they struggling when they make affordable cars? And I see Nissans everywhere. Well, it's bad for Nissan. Down bad. But we got a couple of things that we want to get into because to me, this is actually, it's going to start changing things in the right direction. Hopefully. Nissan is on the edge of obliviation. The iconic Nissan brand is on life support, struggling to keep up with the competition from China and the lack of hybrids in the U.S. Honda is looking at doing a takeover. I'm not sure if they're going to save them or if they're just going to buy them out. But either way, let's get into it. Stories out of the Daily Mail. Warnings. Warnings. That's weird. Nissan is on the brink of collapse following a brutal few years at the car maker, which has been battered by leadership, chaos, strategy failing, and fierce competitors from Chinese rivals. Chinese cars aren't even here in America. So they don't even have a stake in America in that fashion. Like, we don't have Chinese cars in America. We don't purchase them. I kidding. What's a Chinese brand? Not. Japanese. Honda. I mean, everything is from Japan. So I guess in the European market, there's more competition as opposed to here in the U.S. But like many global automakers, the Japanese giant is struggling in China, where local manufacturers are gobbling up market shares with affordable EVs and hybrids that boast advanced technologies. That I can definitely say. If you see what's coming out of China, they're basically making all their cars electric or hybrid, and they're faster than us, and they're making them more affordable. And it doesn't seem that they really chop down their people with prices the way that we get chopped down. Nissan's bigger problem may be in the United States, where it lacks up a credible lineup of hybrid cars and is facing growing consumer demand. What demand outside of better prices, more options? They can't even make more cars. Somebody said, how come people don't take cars from the 80s and retrofit them? I laughed. I go, we do, but only the cool ones. And cars in the 80s stopped being cool after 87. 70s was the last era of muscle cars, and then you have all your box and dunks in the 80s, and the Impala, that's it when it comes to the 90s. And I'm talking about cars that we could play with. Now, we're not going to go iconic and deal with Mustangs or deal with Camaros. I don't want to see a bunch of Mustangs and IROC Zs driving around electric. I almost got hit by a fucking Tesla walking to Walmart the day of the Gasm. So no, I don't want electric muscle cars. Let those muscle cars be muscle cars. But what is Nissan going to do moving forward? Do you have a Nissan? Do you have an Infiniti? Remember, Infiniti is a partner company of Nissan. There's a lot of changes. See what happens. Rumors are that Honda's trying to purchase the dying brand. What would this mean for Nissan owners? Honestly. Well. Look who it is. Mr. Piano Man. Elton John shocking health update. Elton John revealed that he has a devastating health battle in which he's lost vision in one of his eyes and is struggling with the other. What does this mean for the music legend, and how is he still in such high spirits? My grandfather was blind, so when I saw this, it put a tear in my eye because that's one of my biggest fears, is losing my sight. I have a lot of fears. So what? I'm scared of a lot of shit. Get over it. Fox News. Elton John has lost sight in one of his eyes following a severe infection. At the opening night of the musical adaptation of The Devil Wears Prada in London on Sunday, John told an audience, I haven't been able to come to many of the previews because, as you know, I've lost my sight. So it's hard for me to see, but I love to hear it, and boy, it sounded good tonight. Last week, the 77-year-old told Good Morning America he had lost his vision in his right eye due to an infection. It's been about 4 months now since I haven't been able to see, and my left eye isn't that great, said John. We wish you a speedy recovery. Money can't fix everything. I definitely hope that stem cells or some type of doctors that know more than me can definitely assist. Maybe he's blind like Stevie. You know, Stevie Wonder's blind. Stevie Wonder. I love him too. Again, I have an affinity for blind people because of my grandfather. Oh, y'all want to have a good laugh? Let's have a good laugh. Sorry. Let's have a good laugh. Not a good laugh. I'm having an existential life crisis because I've just discovered that my father's side of the family, the guy that I didn't grow up with, they're all smart and rich. It's a family of medicine. Grandmother was a registered nurse till she retired. She worked at Rikers Island. My aunt, she, I guess, went to aviation. She's a aviation mechanic. I had another uncle that was a surgeon, and now he's a firefighter chief, and my father was a computer engineer. Excuse me. I deal with my ghetto side of the family, and now I realize that they're ghetto. I grew up in the poor family. I grew up in the hood. I grew up in very, very terrible circumstances in which I never really thought I belonged there. I always stood out. It's not a bad thing to feel like you stand out. It's not a bad thing to say that you're smart as long as you are smart. These are not bad things. These are things that offend people that are stupid and below you. So if you ever felt that you were above someone, but you can quantifiably prove it, like you can show that you're just smarter, doesn't mean that you're a bad person for feeling that way. It doesn't. But you should be around people that could appreciate that or people that you can grow with, as opposed to just having people that never make that connection with you. Could you imagine pulling up to Thanksgiving, telling everybody that your daughter just made it to med school? She's 18. Her fucking life ahead of her is glorious. My older sons are working. They still don't know if they want to go to college, but they have full-time jobs. They're doing well in life. I don't want to deal with haters. Like, I don't care about y'all sad stories. I'm tired of coming from a family that only has like high school graduates. I want all my kids to do something spectacular so that my grandkids and the rest of my family can follow where my father's family was doing things. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think that my grandfather and grandmother were bad people. They just didn't trust the government. They didn't work well with the government. And it seems that when they got here, they went right to the streets. That's how I thought life was. I didn't go to university. I did college during high school. And I thought that I would just be an entertainer forever. I should have been a doctor, y'all. Should have been a fucking doctor. But I'm telling you the truth. Like, I'm really having a breakdown mentally about it because I feel like, damn, bro, for the longest time, I try to have conversations with these people that are my family and we don't relate. They always so mad at me because I'm always trying things and doing new shit. Hey, dog, don't get mad at me. Do better for you. And it's not even, I don't even want to make it seem like I don't know. I just don't relate. Sorry, y'all. The older I get, I realize I got taken by the wrong family. I should have been in New York. I should have been in New Jersey. I'd be a fucking doctor. Fuck rap. This shit don't pay like that. I'd rather be a goddamn doctor. You ever seen a blue stop sign? Me and my son just discovered what that was earlier today. Blue stop sign. Say what? Do you think, you think you've seen it all on the road? Think again. Blue stop signs. This might really throw a wrench into your driving, but hey, no need to fear. I'll explain what a blue stop sign is. This story's out of Reader's Digest, and I used to hear so many stories out of Reader's Digest. I grew up with Rugrats, so they had lip shits. This is like lip shits to me. Color us surprised. Blue stop signs really exist. Here's where you'll find them and what they mean if you ever see one on the road. If there's one rule on the road, red means stop. It's just what we know. I mean, literally, red stop, yellow slow, green go. Sometimes they call it amber. It's yellow. They just don't know how to make yellow with those stupid lights all the time. But anyway, red means stop. The fuck does blue mean? Well, a blue stop sign is exactly what it sounds like. It's an octagon sign indicating you should make a full and complete stop before driving again. It's nothing. Basically, in Japan, they use it by the beach. In America, we apparently use it in private communities. Means nothing. You just stop, but it's blue. And if Nipsey was still here, that That should be his stop. As a matter of fact, I want a petition to make some stop signs in Compton blue and then leave the red ones red. But we'll put B instead of an S. I don't know. I'm just making shit up at this point. But blue stop signs are a real thing. Are my eyes watery? Like I can feel them watering, but I see them in the screen. Do you see my fucking eyes? I'm sorry. Anyway, blue stop sign just means stop. Don't roll through it. Stop, look both ways, and then go. Now, many people said, many people said, when Donald Trump wins, I'm leaving this country. I don't want nothing to do with America. It's racist. It's misogyny. Esto es honey mustard. No hay honey mustard ni ketchup. For all of those that want to leave the United States but don't know where to go, I have 5 locations that'll actually pay you to go because they're losing their civilization as we know it. Now, this was a weird flex and just like a weird thing to know, but there's more Irish people in America than there are in Ireland. Like, I think Ireland had less than 3 million people. It might have gone up, but I believe it's about 3 million Irish folk. And there's 30 million here in America alone, including my wife and her family. So, how does this happen? 1, opportunity. People always say that we're so racist. No, we let everybody come here. But now you need to stop fucking coming and figure it out at your home now. That's the problem. You can keep coming here. It ain't going to work out too well. The Philippines is disappearing. Ireland is disappearing. When I was in real estate, we had all these homes in Italy that were selling for $1. You would purchase the home and they gave you 5 years to rebuild the home and hopefully spark their economy. I didn't sell one of those $1 houses. I fucking tried. I tried. Nobody wants a house in the middle of nowhere. But there are countries that are paying people to move in because they need people. They need you to make babies. If you can make babies, you're like amazing, right? The easiest thing to do is just leave it inside. You're now like needed. Crazy, right? I made my 5. I'm good. I did what I had to do. If you want to get paid to move, I'm going to show you how to do it the right way. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to leave and become a gajillionaire in Ireland, but there's opportunities. Dreaming of a fresh start, countries like Ireland, Switzerland, and even Japan are offering big bucks to attract new residents. Which one could be your next big move? And what's the catch? House is beautiful. Moving out of the United States may sound appealing for culture, political, or personal reasons, but the process can be challenging. Securing the right visa for you and your family is often a difficult task, especially especially without easy entry options like schooling, family ties. Listen, moving across the world with kids, bold, very bold, not demure. So denati. If you desire to leave the United States, if your desire for leaving the United States is strong, here are several countries that are actively seeking for new residents and offering financial incentives to see if they can grow their population. It's wild that this is a real thing. It's important to note that these incentives are not get-rich-quick schemes, nor do they guarantee citizenship. Ireland is hurting for people. Ireland is trying to increase their population of their 30 coastal islands off the mainland. That's the catch. You're not living in Dublin or Belfast. No, you're on an island secluded, and you got to go populate that island. You got to go make all the people in that island. They give you a couple bucks. It's euros. I don't know how much those euros are, how much is it going to last? How will it last? There's so many things that you're going to have to do. But hey, Ireland is number 1 on the list. Number 2, Switzerland. It's a small village of Albane. Is it Albany or Albane? I don't know. Switzerland is another one that's facing depopulation, so it's offering to pay, 25K Swiss. What is 25K in Swiss money? Per franc? Wow. Okay, it's 25K per adult under the age of 45 and 10,000 Swiss per child. I don't know what that is in USD, but hey, if you want to go to Switzerland, I heard Will Ferrell lives out there. His kids are Swedish and they ski all the time. And Switzerland is like the kind of the best place to be for socialism / free market-ish. I mean, it's the only place that has a decent mix. I can honestly say that I can appreciate how Switzerland does it. It's solid. Italy, as I said, Italy is another location. Now, again, when it comes to Italy, these are very rural areas that they're trying to repopulate and revive. You basically have to come in like a settler. Like your mindset has to be that of like pilgrims. And you can't think of today. You need to think of 30, 40, 50 years from now when you were the first family there and you blew it up. I don't got it in me. I don't. When my grandparents came from Puerto Rico, that shit ain't work out. They don't know what the fuck they was doing. The other ones that were already here, them motherfuckers got money. They smart. They went to school. They figured it out. Don't go if you're just chasing a buck. Now, remember, you have to assimilate. Going to these places doesn't mean you can just be the American people there. You have to now become Irish. You have to now become Japanese, Italian. The other three places that were available to give you money to move in was Italy, Japan, and Chile. Now, again, these are for rural areas. They're not going to pay you to live there like a king. They're just going to pay you to get you there. You are more valuable there than not. So a couple $1 million here or there that the state, the city, or whoever it is over there that's spending it to get you there, it might be worth it for them, but is it worth it for you? Remember, this is going to be for the future. You're trying to build a civilization. Imagine that you were a settler moving from the east to the west during the gold rush. That's what this is. No rush, no real incentive. There's no natural resources that you're jumping into. You're not chasing a business. You're not even going for any real financial like freedom. You don't even know what you're coming into. But they're paying and they need you. I can't believe the Philippines isn't on here because I heard the Philippines is disappearing. There's so many. We have populations that are so old today. We haven't repopulated. We're not doing shit right. I know people get upset when you hear this type of shit, but hey, America is not as big as it should be. We all fit in Texas. 300 million of us can all fit in the state of Texas. It has more than ample space for the entire country. It leaves a lot. We're not even, there's no way we're near max capacity by no means. Nevada alone is 80% undeveloped. There's so much room. There's so much shit to be done, and who knows who's going to fix it. Trump said he wants to build 10 new cities. When was the last time you even seen a new city? I'm almost 40. I ain't seen a new city. Oh, Coyote Springs. I was a part of that project. Coyote Springs was supposed to be a new city here in Nevada. It didn't become a city. It ended up just becoming a golf course. The city flopped. They couldn't build it. They built Jack Nichols and some other company, TPC, I believe, built this beautiful, you can go out there, you catch a helicopter ride with a couple of buddies, you go out there to Coyote Springs and you play golf. I laid the pipe out there. And we moved the mountain. We knocked down a whole fucking mountain for nothing. For nothing. Nobody moved out there. They built 4 houses, took pictures, made it look like a neighborhood. Them 4 houses still sitting there. No power, no nothing. But you have a dope-ass golf course, and it looks beautiful. Maybe in a couple years. Nah. I don't know. There's so much room in Vegas. I highly doubt people will go up there. It's about an hour 45 away. It's not that far, but there's nothing there. It's hard to be a settler. So if you have settler in your blood or whatever that may be, go for it. Go change the world. Go make a whole group of new people that are your people and then call them something. I don't know. But that's the show. Man, we had a good one. I ain't even gonna front. I had a great time today. And I did say it was Mental Health Mondays, and we sure didn't get into the mental health portion of Mental Health Mondays, but it was my existential crisis. You ever thought that maybe you grew up in the wrong family? Me. I don't want to be I don't think I'm the black sheep. I don't think that's the thing. And around the holidays is the only time where it bothers me because these motherfuckers act like I don't get it. Like, I know I'm trying to say it the right ways. I don't want to be such a dick because I feel like I'm a dick for even saying this type of shit. But it's true. Like, I can't ask people to read books and to have deep, thoughtful conversations with me if they're not able to. I'm not judging you. I'm just upset that I feel alone. The real issue is that it's a me problem, and I feel alone when I'm not able to communicate with the people that are supposed to be the closest to me. That's it. I love y'all. I just think y'all dumb as shit. But it makes sense. It makes sense. I'm supposed to be with my other family. That's all it is. I'm supposed to be in Jersey. I'm serious. I should have been a fucking doctor. I should have been a nurse wearing scrubs. All right, next best thing.
Yeah,
I'll play a doctor on
with the
TV.
fuck shit. I'm the one that made something out of nothing. Look at me, boy.
Yeah.
Why you frontin'? Went from plastic bags to private flights.
Yeah.
Is that your girl? Cause she eyeing me. I got a few bad ones that really like me, but they be in the club way too much. I need a chick with a tight lips, ready for the bubble up. Yeah, long nights, now you know what's up.
Alright, y'all.
That I'ma make it now. I've been
My name is.
was counted out. Riding my long.
Hold on.
That's how I plan it out. The best ride, man, you
My name is Kasabian. Live in the moment, don't live in the past. Be safe. Be safe, stay dangerous. Lavoe loves you. Wow.
You think you bad? You might be. You think you fly?
You might be.
But I ain't wanna take lightly. Why you mad?
Why you mad? You don't like me?
Are you high?
I might be.
Are you mad?
I might be.
Is that your girl?
Cause she might be.
Boy, why you mad? You ain't like me. They call me Poppy Shampoo. Baby, what it do? Slim waist, fat
What's that
ass,
shit?
call her Betty Boo. I stay fresh cause I'm a god, I thought I told you. Kasabian instead of man, don't ain't brand new.
No.
A couple bands on the bag, yeah, that's all for you.
Yeah.
I'm speeding through the city, top down, showing off you. I got that in my pocket. If they try me,
All right, y'all.
I invest for the profit. I'm a young Warren Buffett. Boy, stop it, I'm nice with the rhymes.
I really like this song.
I kill it every time. I'm just doing me, you know I ain't lying. I'm
I don't
living
know.
life real
You got
big.
different
Like
hand
the
dances.
girls
That's all you got.
supposed to. Oh God, yeah. You think you bad? You might be. You think you fly?
You might be.
But I ain't wanna take lightly. Why you mad?
Why you mad? You don't like me?
Are you high?
I might be. Alright, y'all.
Are you mad?
Deuce.
I might